No, quick question though. I'm like kind of like psychic in the past. Did you go to Mountain View?
I did.
I went to school with you.
I know you did. Yo, I was like, she looked familiar.
Yes.
She looked so familiar.
Home of the Wildcats.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
Did you play basketball?
Cause you played, yeah. You was a cheerleader, right?
Yes. And basketball.
And basketball.
Both.
Yeah.
Yes. That's great.
Small world.
Stafford.
Max. Hey. Yo, season after season, I cook something they believe in. Some you letter Santa Claus or white Jesus. Everybody rapping, but nobody tell the truth. Cause they say you spazzing when you wake up, drop a Yeezus. Don't put no auto-tune on this one, this is presidential. My versatility just lasts with what they think I will do. I run the city while you sleeping, that's why they don't feel you. You stole so much of my swagger, dog, I should probably bill you. Hollywood.
Hey y'all, this is Mel B. I'm here chilling with Zye Young. How are you doing today, Zye?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Great. So everyone wants to know,
okay,
who is Zye Young? Can you give us a little briefing of that?
Yeah. I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter, you know. But I'm also a businessman, you know what I mean? We're working real hard out here just trying to, you know, build up and do our thing and take over like we're supposed to. You know what I mean?
So you say you're a rapper / songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are we working on at this moment in time?
Okay, right now I'm actually working on a project. It's called Chln. It's an EP. It's about 7-8 songs. I'm releasing it early January.
Okay.
So it's real good. Some good stuff. But I'm a songwriter because I write all types of music. You know what I mean? I have a pop project out. It's called Zye. Dropped that a couple months ago, and but I like making all types of music. I just love writing music, but this next stuff is about to be crazy.
Well, that's great to hear that you like writing your music, you know?
Exactly.
You're dealing with a lot of ghostwriters in the industry.
And I'm one of them, you know what I'm saying? I'm a ghostwriter for others.
That's great. So obviously your music has progressed over time. What do you think is different from your January release coming up than the things you worked on in the past?
Yeah, it's just growth. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for a while. I've been working. Like, I'm talking about, you know, staying up almost every night for multiple nights in a row, just making sure that I get my sound right. So I've just learned how to make music different ways. I freestyle all the time. I'm just constantly creating. Every single day I'm writing music. There's not a day that goes by I haven't wrote anything. You know what I mean? So it makes it a little bit different. So I've just grown in my craft and knowing what I can do and just how to make myself the best possible Zye.
Right. Is the sound different? Is what you're producing now different as far as the sound and lyrics and inspiration?
Yeah, it's completely different. The style of it, you could even throw in a different genre than what I've done before. And that's just come from me trying to find myself of who I want to be and what I like performing. Because now the music I'm making now, I tailor a lot of it to performance. I enjoy performing a lot more because people get lit. They have a good time, and because I'm having a good time on stage. So it's definitely changed as far as style, sound, and everything. A lot.
Great.
Yeah.
So what inspires you to do these endless nights of working hard and writing songs and trying to please your fan base? What is the inspiration for this?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So as far as like, because I don't really try to please my fan base too much, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just I want to make what I love making.
Right.
But my biggest inspiration, honestly, is my brother. My brother, he was my manager. He was my best friend. He was everything to me. And I lost him to suicide. And
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it changed everything for me. But honestly, like that, he's my biggest inspiration because even when he passed, like last thing he left me was, you know, keep doing what you're doing, keep doing music. And I was actually shooting a music video out in Miami in South Beach when I found out everything happened. So, you know, it's definitely changed my life in a lot of ways. I actually stopped. I was gonna stop doing music until I got the letter back that he wrote, you know, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you, you know what I mean? So, and also my daughter too. I'm trying to give her a dope life, travel with her, and just enjoy the fruits of my labor, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is a great inspiration, of course.
For sure.
How long have you been doing this music thing?
It's been about 2 years doing it serious. I actually did Be The One, I believe, in November. Yeah, it was in November when I did Be The One. And so that was the first song I released, like, out on all platforms and everything like that. But I've been doing music for a while before that, but just never took it serious. So it's really been like 2 years doing it serious though.
Okay, so where are you located? What's your location, and where can someone come catch you for a quick show, or where you usually reside at?
Okay, I actually stay in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I grew up in Stafford and Woodbridge, Virginia, but I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia now. Show-wise, I don't do a whole lot out here in Fredericksburg, though. I'm trying to, we're out in D.C., Richmond, got shows in Thornburg and stuff like that. So trying to get out as much as we can because things are starting to grow, you know what I mean? Get more opportunities.
Right. Now we hear you have a big show coming up.
I do.
For the Nappy Roots. That is awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So one of my really good friends, he linked me up with some people and connected me, and I ended up getting the show with Nappy Roots. Just because, I started doing my thing out in the area, and, so I got the opportunity, opened up. I just kept working and working, and finally the opportunity came. So I'm excited to open up for Nappy Roots. That's my biggest one, I think, to date, as far as just opening up for such a known, legendary type group. So I'm excited for that, though. I get like a nice little 30-minute set. I'm about to, do a lot of my new stuff as well. So it's going to be a real good show, real good show.
How do you prepare for a big show like that? What do you have to do to, get yourself in the zone so that you can, leave a lasting impression to everyone at somewhere like that? It's a
lot. Like every time shows are coming up, people don't see me a lot because I am working. I got to work with dancers because I bring a full performance.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Got steppers, stuff like that. But also just building my lungs up and being able to have the right breathe in for the shows and coordinate everything. It takes a lot to get ready for shows. For me personally, I put a lot of energy and time into it because I don't want it to be just like, okay. Like you want to leave a lasting impression like you said.
Right.
I'm not trying to just get up there and do some songs and then people be like, oh, he was good. Or he was all right. Mm-hmm. Like I want them to remember me, and they will remember me when I perform, 100%.
That's great. So I know you have a team of people that help you with your day-to-day task and big show like this, like the Nappy Roots. Can you tell us a little bit about who you work with and how they help you get through?
Yeah, no, definitely. I got my boy Stacks. That's one of my best friends right there, man. He puts a lot of work in on the ground level. You know what I mean? Like coordinating just the street team, making sure that my brand is right, getting branding products and stuff like that. And then I got Jessica, who she's my marketing director and everything. But more than that too, 'cause she literally does everything I could possibly need and more. And so I got a really good team right now, man. Just my family, the support's crazy. So yeah, I got my fans are dope too. They put in a lot of work for me, so I don't have to necessarily push a certain thing so much. I can work on music. So having my team really helps that a lot.
That's great. So where is this event located in case somebody wants to buy tickets or check it out?
For sure. It's out in Dominion Raceway in Thornburg.
Okay.
It's inside of the venue there. If people want to get tickets, you just go to my Instagram. Everything's I am Zye Young. You'll definitely see where to get those tickets at and everything as well.
You might as well drop the Instagram.
You know what I'm saying? It might be a little early, but I'm going to drop it anyway.
You might as well let us know what your Instagram is,
For sure.
how people can look your stuff up. You got stuff on Apple Music?
Yeah, Apple Music, YouTube. I got music videos out. I got a music video coming actually on Halloween, October 31st, and it is insane. My boy A. Waiter, Chln Medium, he finessed it. It's about to be crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
So we all know who Zye Young is. We have a little, idea of how you're coming. So we want to know who's Elijah, the real you, the one that started it all.
Okay, yeah. Well, first of all, I'm a dad. You know what I mean? That's number one in me. My daughter, it's literally my world. So everything I do, I keep her in mind with what I'm doing, how I do it, even with my music. Like, try to keep things, not too grimy, like what I mean. Just I want to make sure I leave a good lasting impression with her as well. But as well, man, I honestly I grew up. I was not into music like that. Like I've always loved music. People in high school, they find out I'm a rapper and they're like confused because it just wasn't me. I was always really shy. And like I said before about my brother, he was the reason why I am who I am today. As far as the confidence, dude literally made me get out the car in the middle of the street, bunch of people outside, and he said, start rapping. And so I'm like, it shook me. I was scared, and he pushed me. He pushed me to, get out of my comfort zone and not to worry about what people think about you. That's the biggest thing I was taught. And that lesson in life taught me a lot about music and taught me about myself, who I can be, and the potential I have. So it was more just, taking every opportunity I can to not worry about what anyone may think, and it just grew my confidence as a person, turned me into a better artist as well as just a person in general. But yeah, Elijah, I love people, man. I really do. I want to just change the world in any way I can, help people in any way I can. And that's how people really know me, for real. Outside of the music stuff, I do my own suicide prevention events.
Nice.
And I always just like to stay involved with just helping in any possible way. You know what I mean?
That's great that you want to give back and you want to involve the community and people like that, because nowadays artists, they're in it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So what do you think makes your music and your sound stand out from, the usual sounds we hear all the time on the radio?
I'm good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually good.
Yeah.
I can do this. I can rap. I can sing.
Right.
I can write. They can't. I'm not trying to dog anybody, but at the end of the day, I put a lot into my craft, and most of them, they just make a sound that sounds cool, or take a sound that was given to them that sounds cool and release it. For me personally, I really want to just be good. I want to have a long career, a Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like someone that is always going to be, relevant. Even if I'm not here anymore, I want my music to still have an impression. So I don't want to just die down like a lot of these guys are going to. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Realistically, that's what's really gonna happen.
Yeah. People like us, we try to point the good artists out of the crowd, per se. The J. Cole's, the Kendrick Lamar's.
Of course.
We want to hear something that's going to stick with us.
Of course.
For a lifetime. Something that you could tell your kids, hey, you ain't hear nothing about this.
Yeah.
So that is great. Do you have any fears as far as your future in this business?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I think it's even good to have some fears, in a sense. And my biggest fears is money. Money is dangerous, you know what I mean? You get too much of that stuff, it'll mess you up. And I already know I got my own issues in my life. I've had drug issues. I've overdosed multiple times. I had to get resuscitated. And a lot of it was because I had a lot. And so I was just splurging what I had. And I know for me personally, I have my weaknesses, so I keep track of those. And but at the same time, it is a fear. I want to make sure. That's why I have my team around me. That's why I have the people around me to make sure that I stay level-headed and nothing can really break me down like that, like it did in the past. So definitely
fear. Is there any spiritual connections that you have that help you get through things that, impact your life greatly?
Yeah, for sure, man. God is so good, man. I honestly don't believe I'd be here if it wasn't for God just being there for me every step of the way. And even when I wasn't, reaching my hand back out, I feel like for sure God has brought me through a lot of things and made me who I am today.
We got some questions from Instagram.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, we have some fans. Someone said, I first heard of Zye Young at church. Did you start off as a gospel rapper, or is that a misconception?
No, that's very true. I actually, when I first started doing music, I actually didn't first start doing music. I was in a really bad place. Like I said, I overdosed and everything like that. And this guy, Eddie James, picked me up off the road with my sister. And she was already there, but picked me up off the road, man. And he just stayed up with me every night for months. Mm-hmm. And he was just teaching me things, teaching me just ways of life and how to think and pray with me and all that type of stuff. And from there, that's when I started rapping with him a little bit. And then from after that time, I was doing a lot of Christian rap. I was going to different churches and stuff like that. So yeah, I originally did start just straight Christian rap music.
That's nice.
Yeah, that was the beginnings for sure.
So how did that transition work from Christian rap? I mean, maybe your lyrics are vulgar now. I'm not sure if you use cuss words.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So how do you keep that fan base from the Christian rap to what you're doing now?
For sure. Oh man, I love these questions so much, man. Honestly, so really, for me, my music is not vulgar. I don't curse in any of my music. But even outside of that, because I know a lot of the Christian fans that I've had in the past, they've said things to me, messaged me, and even kind of hated on me in a sense. I got hated on too because I had a baby out of wedlock. You know what I mean? I had a baby mama off a one-night stand.
Yeah.
And so I had a lot of people just kind of fall off of my bandwagon in a sense from that. But I'm not here to please people. You know what I mean? I'm not here to be put in a box. I'm not here to be some certain type of image, be anything. I'm here to do what I'm called to do, and I have a purpose, and I feel like I'm chosen to do something, so I'm doing it.
That's
And,
great.
I know people are not going to like it. Some people are going to, disagree with it, but they don't know me, and they don't know what I'm actually doing. You want to sit down and talk to me? If anyone got any questions, I'll do that. But, judge as much as you want, throw shade as much as you want, but I'm going to do me. I'm going to make moves.
How did you come up with the name Zye Young
I actually did.
as your official rapper?
Yeah, okay. I actually didn't come up with it. My brother did.
Okay.
But I used to go by YZ. Everybody used to call me YZ. And I actually loved it because, like, people would just be like, YZ, and the jump be lit. But, but what my name was, it was Y, letter Y, letter Z. And then when me and my brother made the video for Be The One, my first, like, hit song, whatever, it was we were about to release everything, and we saw another artist named YZ. And so he was like, man, I could buy him out if you want to, trying to push. And I'm like, nah, man, let's just change the name.
Yeah.
And so he was like, why don't you just flip it to ZY? And I was like, I like it, but we got to add an E because it looked better. And then he was like, but you got to throw a Young then, too. It sounds like Zion, too, I was like, that's how it came.
Yeah, that is pretty clever, I must say. So growing up in Stafford, how was that for you as far as being inspired? A lot of people in Stafford say they're kind of stuck
Yeah,
in a bubble of
Yeah.
Stafford,
it is.
And how do
Facts.
you break away from that? How do you,
Facts.
keep your dreams vivid and,
Yeah.
see yourself getting out of that space?
Yeah, for me, it is. It's a bubble. You know what I mean? I feel like there's not a lot of growth out here. So for me personally, I'm good with me. I don't need anybody to inspire me. I inspire myself. I push myself at the end of the day when I need to, because I have like I said, I feel like I have a purpose, and I'm here to do something. And I got a reason for doing it. So I really just get by myself. Like, you understand? Like, I'll be looking homeless sometimes. I'll be in the basement working nonstop. And so I push myself. I really do push myself. But so I don't care what area I'm in. I could be in Stafford. I could be in Alaska. It don't matter. I'm still going to do me. I'm still going to work as hard as I can. But at the same time, I do got a lot of support out here now. You know what I mean? It took a while. It took me getting out of this area and doing things, getting on the radio in Chattanooga and shooting videos out in Miami and going performing in New York and stuff for people to finally see, like, oh, wait, this guy might blow up. Let me be close to him now and support so that he'll be like, oh, I remember you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's kind of stupid how it works, but that really is how it is for real.
Yeah, clout chasers.
Facts.
So, who is your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper, man. All right. So my favorite rapper, it has to be Meek Mill, just because I've always loved Meek Mill. When I was growing up, like, I just love how gritty he is. He be telling stories, and, like, you just feel what he's saying. So I really like that. As far as these new rappers, Lil Baby is my favorite, man. He just, his flow is just crazy. Like, I've never heard anybody flow like he does. And I actually, on my new stuff and new project, I actually listened to a lot of his stuff, and it gave me some inspiration on how to attack tracks and how to try to flow on stuff. But then one of my other favorite rappers, NF. So NF to me is just, he's a beast. He's very good at really opening people up and telling stories as well. I like storytellers, and I also like people that can really hit you emotionally. Because to me, music, it has a lot of different purposes. One, just fun, and another, it can really hit you emotionally and make you think about things, whether it's a relationship you had back in the past. But him, for me, just really, especially what I've been through in my life, like, I can really relate with him a lot. So I really love NF. I'd love to work with him one day, honestly. That would be a great thing. I'd love to collab on some stuff, and yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy.
Now, is there anything for the ladies that you create, some
Oh, yeah.
some good, in your feelings type of music?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't get too crazy with, like, super emotional stuff with females. Like, oh, girl, I love you. Like, ain't nothing like that. But I definitely, I do cater to females for sure, because I love women. I think they're, powerful people, and one thing, they need to be respected. But at the same time, I like flirting with women and talking to them and going out with them and all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna definitely have that in my music. You know what I mean? So they're definitely a inspiration for me. Women inspire.
So your single is what you're basically saying?
Yeah, basically.
That's it. Somebody's gonna be mad about that.
Nah. Where's this going?
No. But as far as astrology goes.
Okay.
People, what's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
You're a Capricorn. Do you think you can relate to the Capricorn?
People tell me, because I don't really know a lot about that stuff, to be honest.
Right.
But I have a lot of people in my life that are like really deep with astrology. Like they're like, you're a Capricorn, so this, or they don't even want to talk to me because I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah.
I'm like, my bad.
Right.
Like I didn't choose to be born in December.
Yeah,
I ain't do
exactly.
that. But nah, like I don't really look deep into it. But people say I'm like a Capricorn, so I guess so.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Now, is there anything that you do with your free time besides working extremely hard on your craft?
Show my daughter. That's mostly it. And then, it's music and my daughter. That's my life. But I have been going out a lot more lately because I have a lot more time. But it's still been music focused. Like anytime I go out, I'm like, all right, how can I promote myself?
Right.
But I've been trying to let loose a little bit. So I do like going out, and just chilling with people. I love music a lot in general. So I like going out where there's music playing, dance and stuff like that, and just chill.
That's good.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in, let's say, about 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
5 years, whew. Man, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing tonight. But for real, 5 years, I honestly see myself in a solid place where I'm able to do music full time, and at the same time, like around then, I want to also be able to have my own like little thing as far as having artists and stuff like that, so I can start making money and profiting off this in the way that I want to. Because I really want to fund some bigger things in the future. So from 10 years from now,
Right.
That's really what I'm looking at. I really want to own my own stuff so I can input what I really want to do in life outside of music.
So do you see yourself owning your own label, or would you sign to someone else if that opportunity came?
I don't want to sign to anybody as far as like signing with the label. I don't mind doing like distribution deals and stuff like that, but I just don't want anybody to own me. You know what I
Right.
mean? Anytime that happens, and sometimes you kind of do have to give in and do it so that you can get to the platform you want. So I'm not going to say no 100%, but money got to look real good and the contract got to look real good. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I ain't being locked in, and I'm nobody's slave. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But owning my own label one day, that's a thought for sure. I've thought about it. I'm sure it's going to happen, but it's definitely not like one of the biggest dreams I have is to own a label. But at the same time, I do enjoy music so much, and I enjoy working with other artists, so I could see that being the direction I take for sure.
So you say you write songs.
Yeah.
So who do you think would be perfect for the type of songs you write?
Like as far as
Who can
artists-
you hear rapping one of your songs?
rapping what I write. Well, see, I cater my stuff to who I write to, because you know what I'm saying. I write songs that I think Justin Bieber could sing, and then Shawn Mendes could do, or Kane Brown, country music. But as far as wanting to write for somebody, I think it would be like Lil Baby, man, because I think I could step his game up a little bit. I'm just gonna say, because he's fire. I'm telling you, I really love. But I think if I wrote some, it would be money.
Yeah.
It would be money.
Hey, Little Babies people, get in
I'm
contact.
telling you.
Okay.
I already got it ready, so just let me know what's up.
Nice. All right, so we are gonna meet your team, right?
Yes.
Yes, I'm excited for that.
For
So we're
sure.
gonna
I got
have
my
a-
boy Stacks, and I got Jessica. They're the goats. Come on, y'all.
Yes, that's.
Hey, y'all steal the show real quick.
Hello, how are
Hi.
you?
Good. How are you?
So Jessica,
Yes.
you're the marketing director.
Yes.
So tell me what your day-to-day tasks are for.
Oh gosh. It starts. I wake up at like 6 o'clock every day, and I have a 9 to 5 job,
Of course.
but I'm always checking his stuff and making sure posts are going through and communicating with everybody and just making sure he's out there as visible as possible. Just trying to come up with new content and make it look professional but engaging and everything like that. I come from a marketing background, so.
Right. That's awesome. So do you feel like social media is super important in an
Yes.
artist to get their,
100%. I
Yeah.
mean, that's how we met. I saw him perform. I went to a small show with my daughter actually, and he performed, and we both looked at each other and we were like, why is he here? He's way too good for this, So we actually talked after that, and I looked at his social media, and I'm like, I can help you.
Yeah.
I think I can help you because this
Right.
is, it needs help. But
She said it
yeah.
sucks.
I was trying to be nice. I did.
But
I said it sucked.
No, but this is this is super important because a lot of people, I feel like a lot of artists fail in the sense of promotion and getting their stuff out there on a consistent basis. How often would you like to post a picture or post a flyer a week?
It depends on which platform you're talking about. Instagram, we actually just restarted his Instagram so that it could have a cohesive look. Before it was just kind of like hodgepodge everything. So we just restarted that. So it's all strictly just music related, either music or videos or pictures from like the music video we just finished shooting. So that we're only doing like one a day. Story's a little bit different because it doesn't stay there. Facebook is a whole nother beast because with Facebook, I mean, people spend statistically over 70% of their day on Facebook, which is insane, but it happens. So for that, it's just important that, you know, he is out there constantly in people's news feeds because it's about brand recognition for anything, you know. He's got to constantly be in their face and on their phone so they don't forget about him.
Yep,
You
that
know?
makes
And then
complete
once
sense.
he's big, then nobody's going to forget about him. So
Yes,
don't have to worry about it.
so captions. Are captions important?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is
Hashtags
like,
and all that?
Yeah, hashtags are really important on Instagram for sure, and Twitter. Facebook not as much. Facebook is more of an engaging type thing. So like we do polls, we do, you know, would you participate in a T-shirt design was one question we asked recently. Just anything to get people engaged because people tend to just scroll past a bunch of words. So anything if we're asking somebody to vote on something or to do something, and we rely on the fans to help us grow the name and the brand. So I'm constantly trying to find new and creative ways to get the fans involved to help increase the engagement because that's what drives the whole thing.
Yes, I think that's super important. So as far as the events that happen for Zye Young, do you play a big role in contacting event spaces and getting that together, you know, getting the fans tickets and all that stuff?
So we all kind of work together for the events. We don't really have one person that's, I mean, we do a lot together. I mean, we're a big group. So, you know, but yeah, we're constantly looking for new venues. I mean, we were just out at Public Bar Live in DC this last Sunday. He performed at the halftime show there. And then after that, we literally walked the streets for like 2 hours, just meeting anybody and everybody we could. We talked to everybody. I mean, we talked to homeless people. We talked to people that are from Alaska, I mean, anywhere, you know. So it's all about getting out there. So, and like I said, we're trying to move more into the DC market. So we're trying to get more events up there and everything like that. So but we definitely work together on all that for sure.
That is a blessing to have a team like this that is engaged not only on behind the screen, but also, like you said, on the streets. That is just super big because, like I said, a lot of artists just never get heard because, you know, they don't have a support system to push their music out there. So that's where Stax comes in.
Yes.
Right. So you're the manager, right?
I am the PR manager.
PR manager. So tell me a little bit about your role as being Zye Young's PR manager.
Well, what I have spent my whole life doing is basically just connecting with people. Like Zye, I love people, and I get real excited about the things that they can't imagine or have vision for, and I see the vision. And so, you know, of course, when I met Zye, I seen him a bunch of times before that in sales environments, and he already knew I had business savvy, but once I kind of realized that he didn't know I was in music either. I've been in music for a long time, and I knew Waiter. I knew a whole lot of different people who I could connect him to, who respect me and love me for my craft, and I know that he's worth it, so I just put it right in his corner, and that's where I am. So, you know, for videos, visuals, I've been an actor for a long time. I've done music for a long time. I've been with a lot of people out here who have been pioneers for music, and I use all those resources to make sure that we get to where we need to go.
So what are some key things that you think a new artist needs in the game to basically jumpstart the career?
Well, one of the biggest things is definitely a team that's not trying to outshine each other, a team who is willing to do what their position takes and take it seriously. And you know, when I saw him perform for the first time, I knew that he took this seriously, and I knew that he had studied the craft, not even just the lyrics, not even just the music, but his movements, the way he engaged the crowd, all those different things. And when I saw that, I saw gold, you know, because those are things that I think are important too. So that's what an artist needs. He needs the team. He needs to be able to take it seriously and be focused, which we are.
That's great. So as far as your role in PR, you know, they put that in a category.
Yeah.
What PR things do you have to do for him for the day-to-day?
So in regards to the public, I'm kind of the voice, you know what I mean? So I'm going to talk to the DJs. I'm going to talk to the person who is uncomfortable to talk. I'm going to sit at the tables that people don't want to go sit at. I'm going to shake the hands of the people who no one shook their hand but are important. And I have the eye for that. So when I see those people and I meet those people, I engage with them and I help them to see our vision. And then they use their resources for us, you know.
Do you find it hard to get in contact with certain people that you want to work with or do things for, like radio stations and events like that?
I don't think nothing is hard. I think it's just a matter of effort. It's just like sales, just like in sales. Somebody may not know what they want, but if they can perceive that they need it or want it, then they can be told that it's something that they need, and then they will get it. So in my idea of things, it's nothing's hard. It's just, are you willing to show up? Are you willing to figure out a new way to do it? A lot of times people don't have money, things like that, and they might say to themselves, like, I gotta have this before I can do that, and this before I can do that.
Right.
I skip all of that shit, and there's nothing in my way. You know what I mean? So it's like I can just see past things and hit the bullseye.
That is awesome. You guys are a great team. I can tell you guys have great heads on your shoulders, and he is super lucky to have you guys.
Absolutely. And I want to say one thing about Capricorns.
Okay.
This is what Capricorns are about. We're like mountain goats, so we're built to climb. We're born to go to the top.
Okay.
We Capricorns, so we start every year and we finish every year too. So for anybody else who has a zodiac sign, remember that Capricorn started and finish it
Right.
every year.
That's good.
That's it.
Thanks for that information for those who don't know.
That's it. That's all I'm done.
All right. Okay, so we're wrapping up today for Zye Young's interview. Zye, we just want to get your social media, if you want to tell the fans where they can find your information, videos, Apple Music, all that good stuff.
Yes. If you want to go find my videos, go to YouTube and type in ZYE space YOUNG, Zye Young, on Apple Music, all that same type of stuff. For Instagram, Twitter, all that, everything else is I am Zye Young. So IAMZYEYOUNG.
All right.
And once you go there, you'll be able to, any of my platforms, you'll be able to find everything from there. I got links and everything. So yeah, come check me out. I'm dope.
Yes, definitely check him out. I appreciate your team for coming and for you guys to chill with me on Chln.
Yeah.
And this is Mel B. Check it next time.
Shout out Mel B.
Let me hold that grip. I don't wanna talk about it. She beg me hold that zip. Baby gon' argue about it. She kill me with that drip. I ain't gotta talk about it. Like let me feel that risk. Let me flood that wrist like this. Money keep coming in, coming. Running to the money now I'm back in.